Hello, love. You made it. And I'm so glad you did. Y'all made it to episode 2 of the Hello Love podcast. I am your host, Kimberly Van, and I'm sitting here in the window this evening, just gathering up this sun. I really like this little spot right here. The sun comes in the morning, and it's really great in the evening. It just feels so good. Just makes me happy, and I can look out over here. There's my main street out here, and it's just real. It's a real little peaceful spot. I'm really loving it. But y'all grab your snacks, grab your drinks, whatever you're gonna get as we get into episode 2 of Hello Love. I have my notes right here so that I don't miss a thing. And if you have your journals pages, I want you guys to grab those. If you don't have them, then all you have to do is comment below so that I can connect with you and I can get you your free first episode 1 and 2 journal pages. All right, so let's get into the episode. So today's episode is about faith and faith in waiting. Now, this episode is for the woman that's standing in the hallway. She's like stuck in between all these doors. There's doors that are closed, and there are doors that she's never seen before, and there's doors that were open, and they're still open, begging her to kind of like come in, but you've already been there before, so you already know what's behind it. Yeah, it's something that's familiar and comfortable, but it's also something that you know that there's something better. Then, like those closed doors, you also kind of want to take a look back in those, but it's kind of like you already know what's in there. You know that was closed, that's over, that's done with, and you don't want to go back there. But then there's those other doors. There's those doors of opportunity, possibilities, newness, something fun, maybe something scary. If you're single, maybe it's a man or your partner or a best friend, somebody you could lean on. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a money opportunity. Maybe it's kids. Maybe it's peace, financial freedom. Maybe it's good health or whatever that is for you. It's behind those doors. This episode is for you and me, the women in the hallway who you're stuck in a space in between where you are and where you're going. And you don't know if you still have all that faith, and you don't know if you still have faith because you're kind of tired of waiting. So you don't know if your faith is lost and all of that stuff. So this episode is for you. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever trusted God or the process or the vision so hard that you still ended up feeling disappointed? Kind of want to question God, question yourself, like maybe either him or me, one of us ain't holding up to the end of the bargain, or one of us or we're not doing something, and it's kind of like your faith feels shaky because you've heard people say that you don't have faith or you don't have strong faith or you got wavy faith or shaky faith. But really, is it still faith if you're tired of waiting? And actually, it is faith. Because if you were tired of waiting and you were like, I'm not going to wait anymore and I don't believe that something's going to happen, then you can lose your faith, but you can also get your faith back. Like, faith isn't just gone after 1 second and you can never get it back. I know I've had that. I have moments of doubt all the time, probably more moments of doubt than I actually have of faith. But the good thing about me is I'm kind of wired that I always see the cup half full, even when my cup looks depleted. Something about me like I'm always going to be like, well, at least this happened, or well, at least I can eat, or at least this or that. So I do like that I'm wired that way. So that's like what we're going to be talking about today. And I have my notes so I can stay on task because y'all know I kind of get going on something else. So today we're talking about faith in waiting, how to hold on, how to be honest about the frustration because it's real, and how not to lose yourself when what you've been praying for still hasn't shown up. But you know that something's in there. It's just like so you don't get lost in your mind. Because like here's the truth. You could be tired and still be faithful. You could be frustrated and still be called. You can be waiting and still be worthy because you are. You are worthy. So let's just like stop for just a minute and take a breath. Okay, didn't that feel good? Didn't that feel real good? I had to take another one because we needed it, right? So if you're in a season where everything feels like it's on pause, here is something that I want you to know. Waiting doesn't mean that you're off track. Okay, sometimes the train can get off the track, but there's more tracks. You can always pull that lever and go over to the other side. It doesn't mean that you've been forgotten because God still knows. He can hear you. He sees you. Like you don't see him, but he's there. He hears everything. And it means that even though you think you've been forgotten or that God's waiting on you, God has answered you, then you are just being prepared for what's going to happen. So I know that doesn't always make like waiting easier. I have a hard time waiting sometimes. I have a hard time waiting a lot of times. I don't always show my impatience, but even mentally, I have a hard time waiting. You may not see it on the outside, but I think like things should happen or things should happen like I see it happen for other people. And sometimes I get that thought, that's like God saying it's not your time yet. And then I was like, well, why is it not my time? And then I start to kind of get the reason why it's not my time. Like I see I haven't matured yet in a thing, or where I was feeling all anxious or overthinking, I start to get a calmness and a peace. And the thing that was bothering me, it doesn't bother me anymore. And then I'm like, oh, that's what it was. I had to be prepped and primed, and I had to be so I could be like in the right mental state. So whatever it was that I'm going to get, I could be able to handle it. So I want you guys to like take a minute, grab your journals, and write this down. If you're listening or watching right now and this stuff hits close to home, grab your journal and write this. Write, even in the wait, I am worthy of the thing I'm believing for. And I want you to go back later on and I want you to write down some things that you're believing for. And then if you have your journals or if you don't and you just have a piece of paper or you're using your iPad, I'm going to tell you what I want you to do. I also want you to go down. I want you to go to the reflection prompt, or you can just write down reflection prompt. And you're going to write, what have I been waiting on and how have I labeled myself because of that wait? Then you're going to drop down and put, what would change if I believed I'm already enough before the thing arrives? Okay? So those two reflection prompts is just going to be something to help us think a little bit more, because especially if you're somebody that thinks over things or somebody that needs to write things down so that you can see them. And sometimes even writing things down helps you get a better idea of just the things that you already have going on. You think you don't have stuff or things haven't been answered for you, but it's like our lives are so busy. We get caught up in a lot of the negative space and just a lot of other people's negative energy that on top of everything that we see every second of the day, that we do forget about those ways that our prayers and our uh what is that our prayers and our affirmations, our things that we wrote down. I cannot think of what it is, but we will start to see that those things have actually been answered, sometimes like in a larger capacity than you could ever think. So if you could just take like two things with you, because like for sure, one thing's for certain and two things for sure. You are still whole even while you're waiting, and you are still chosen even in the in between, even in that weird space. You're still chosen. That's why you're here. You got so much left to do. We all have so much left to do. So otherwise, we wouldn't be able to even go as far as we have gone every day. We wake up every day with a new opportunity. I know you hear it all the time. I get tired of hearing it, but like, isn't it true? We wake up every day with a new opportunity to start over because somebody else didn't. You know that song, Millions Didn't Make It? But like, I'm one of the ones that did or something like that. Like, people literally don't make it every day, but we are here to get the opportunity to do it. So if this episode made you feel seen, if you're starting to understand yourself better and that you are not wrong for having a little shaky faith because your faith is still there, it's just a little bit buried and hidden, then I would love for you to take a moment to leave a comment if this helped you out or resonated with you, or even if you want to share this to a friend who needs it, please do that. This is a community, this is a sisterhood here. And this is a safe space, so we don't want no negativity. We only trying to lift each other up. Make sure that you like, So if you guys want to go deeper, like I said, please download your first 2 pages of my Hello Love journal so you can take notes and journal while you watch the episode. I also would love for you to catch me on Hello Love Unscripted, where I go deeper and to the other side, just to like offer like other type of things that we girls need to talk about. It's fun, it's lighthearted, and it's real. So follow me there. This is not it's not another page. It's just you'll see it right there on the Hello Love YouTube page. Go on there and watch Hello Love Unscripted. If you have some topics, some questions, some ideas, some things y'all want to talk about, talk to your girl and we're going to talk about it. And I hope that you guys, like I said, really like this. I know that I said that before, but I'm just getting started, and I feel like this is just a better way for us to reach each other as women that's always on the go, running business, just taking care of kids, being whatever you do every day in your life. And this is our safe space, you know. So I will catch you guys next time on the next episode of Hello Love and Hello Love Unscripted. I hope you guys have a great week. Remember to love yourself. Treat yourself well because you deserve it. Be kind to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself because you deserve to be soft. See you. If this episode of Hello Love the podcast made you feel seen, share it with another woman who's been waiting for a sign that she's not alone. And if you want to go deeper, download this episode's free journal page at the link in my bio or on my Instagram page. Until next time, friends, be well, be kind to yourself, and stay soft. You deserve it. See you soon.